anything because the Ethereum side already has spoken, and Pulse Chain has no control over Ethereum. So I'm thinking the bridge is probably down at the moment, so that there's
here 2 months. Like, that's not Richard Hart. That's just developers, bro. Like,
my developers, when they say
sorry,
when they say 2 weeks, it's 2 weeks.
It might even be sooner. It might even be sooner than 2 weeks.
I think he forgot to make a sacrifice for the bridge.
I was looking for where that wallet was where I can sacrifice for that bridge.
Katie, can I just mention on this? I mean, what you mentioned, you talked about Zen not being, and correct me if I'm wrong, I don't want to misquote you, primarily responsible for the increase in the gas fees war. Now, I think if you look at the history of Zen, you really have to accept that it is Zen. Now the data will be available, of course, eventually, but if you look at Zen has launched on 10 chains, so this is not as if Pulse Chain is the first chain that Zen has launched on, but each chain that Zen has launched on, including Bitcoin, has experienced the same thing. It's been stress tested to the extreme, and so it isn't really out of the ordinary, okay, to claim or to suggest that that Zen actually brought about, the stress that we all witnessed yesterday and the escalation of the gas price. So I think when something is self-evident, there's no need denying it. It's pretty much, and actually, to be frank, a lot of Hexicans, both on YouTube and on Twitter, pretty much came up with that point that it is Zen. Once the Zen army came and on the chain, it all went haywire, and that is consistent again with what we've experienced with Zen going from chain or launching on different chains. So just wanted to mention that, and there's no harm admitting that, and it doesn't take away anything.
I didn't. I said thank you for burning Pulse. I just said it wasn't the sole reason for the skyrocketing in the beats, right?
Yeah, so but it was the primary reason.
400,000 transactions. Like
it was the primary reason, Katie. It was the primary reason.
No, it wasn't. I was trading before you guys were open.
In the nest, you'll see a live look at Jack launching on Pulse Chain.
Let me just say, the fees on Pulse Chain were cheap up until the moment Zen was deployed on it. And also, guys, Execute, I'm a bit pissed off you, Execute, because it was actually me that brought Jack into this room and I've been muted. But I would like to make one important point, and that is in relation to Buck Fiat. Before Jack come into this room, Buck Fiat publicly told everybody that he's in a WhatsApp group with Jack, and that whenever Buck Fiat asks Jack leaving a question about X1, Jack gets angry with him and ignores him and doesn't talk to him. What's interesting is that when Jack Cleaving comes into this chat, Buckfear asks every single question to Jack, and Jack Pulse fees were cheap, guys, until Zen launched on it. And also remember this, guys, where 100% of Zenians can get PLS and start minting xeNFTs. Your chain is it's a load of shit.
Cleo!
I exposed the truth. People like Buckfear, they're just full of shit. Imagine somebody telling you Jack Cleaving gets angry with you because he won't answer your question.
Yo, what's up, yo? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? I think my thing is freaking out. Damn it.
And then Jack Cleaving comes into the chat.
I'm over here though. I'm chilling. Make sure y'all hit that like button. I'm trying to stream this because Jack Levin was just talking about the post-chain launch.
And then Jack Cleaving comes into the chat.
And now it's all skippy. Damn, man. Twitter Space is glitchy as hell. Here, let me try to refresh it one more time. I need that consulting. Somebody said I need that consulting. What up, Louis? What up, Hexagon? What up, Burnt? Willow? Web3? Got my guy David. What up, Tree City West? What's up, what's up, what's up? Hey, we're gonna talk about a whole bunch of fun shit. I just wanted to listen to this, listen in on this. There's like 800 people in here, man. This is going crazy. History in the making. We'll talk about this too.
Let's move on and talk about stuff.
Cheers, brother.
Really
Sorry,
enjoy.
Jack. Sorry,
Fair
mate.
enough. Fair enough. No, it's fair enough. No, so I was wondering, Jack, if you could talk a little bit about the OG Zen on Pulse and if you see it having any value, because it seems like a lot of people are just swapping out of it and just considering it as like a ghost token. I'm wondering your thoughts on that and if you see any future value for it.
So this is a very good question. So first and foremost, a standard disclaimer: I cannot speak for value of anything, any kind, whether it's Zen, whether it's Pulse, whether it's a shitcoin of choice, or even if it's a Bitcoin. So I cannot imagine it to have to. I mean, I do not want to have any sort of implied influence on the economic outcome of people making decisions based on what I have said, because I shouldn't really have that power. Now, when we were launching Zen on Pulse Chain, and there were at least like 25% of people were like really unhappy that their copies supposedly would not have any value or something like that. And I told people quite straight. I said, listen, you guys give value to whatever you want. It's not about what I say. So if you guys want the Zen Classic on Pulse Chain to have value, then give the value to that and trade it and do whatever you want with it. I mean, we cannot stop you. We shouldn't stop you. We shouldn't speak against it. So whatever you guys want to do, if it has value, then it will have value because people vote with their money for it. It's the same situation as Ethereum Classic. Ethereum forked and some people.
Oh man. Right when it's getting good, you guys. Right when Jack Levin's spitting the fire.
Do whatever you need to do and think, and I mean, fixes. I can't really say it will or will not.
Fair enough.
We'll see. We'll just see.
Fair enough. Next question, really quick. Do you know if it is possible for the read and write function for the contract to be implemented? Because apparently somebody was saying that it's not. So do you know if that's something the validators would have to update, or do you think read and write functionality will be available for the Zen contract on Pulse Chain?
So what is read and write functionality? What does
So
it really mean?
apparently, it's not possible to claim any future mints on Pulse Chain from Zen Classic at the current moment.
I have no idea why that's not working. Like, I'll have to look at it.
You just need a front end, Jay Serena.
Yeah, no, I know, but apparently from Honeydale's, he said he looked into it and he said the read and write function within the contract to allow you to do that was not copied over with the contract. The Zen warrant.
Okay. So this is what we do. The code is the same that was deployed. So what we can do is we can compare the contracts, the old one and the new one, and see if there's a difference. And if somebody can send me a screenshot from the scanner, I would appreciate it very much, and we can find a definitive answer. Now, if it was disabled, it's definitely not that anything that we have done.
Last question, really quick. Do you think you would be able to update the XenTorrent website to include like a Zen Classic so people could interface if it was developed like you did with the mint function for the launch on Polygon, the one the
Donkey Corn. Yeah. So I think there's no reason not to do it. So probably yes.
Thanks so much.
Cool. So real quick, so I'm just chiming in here. There's a bunch of people requesting to come up. I'm going to shift some of the speakers down. So unless you have a question for Jack, we want to respect his time. Crypto Kindness, we're gonna go off to you. How are you doing this morning?
Hey man, I'm doing great. Thanks for having this Spaces call. Jack, good to talk to you as always. Appreciate Execute for putting this on.
We got kindness in the Spaces.
Touch base and kind of put a message out to the Zen community. Let's keep it Zen. I see a lot of people almost like celebrating in the struggles, I'll say, or maybe challenges that Pulse Chain is having early on. And yeah, PulseX isn't what we were told it was going to be. Maybe that will come with time, but let's not use this as an opportunity to gloat or become the people that we didn't like early on, the people that attacked the Zen. Let's rise above.
I ain't. I'm gonna gloat till I die.
Okay. Katie came in here and was willing to talk to us, and some people were kind of poking at her, and I'll say making fun of her.
I don't know
let's just keep it Zen, guys. Let's keep our community. Let's keep our ethos positive, and let's show the rest of the crypto world how crypto is supposed to be.
Yeah, and I respect that tenant, and I respect those ideals for sure. And I think we all need to play nice, and we're here for mass adoption. We're here for the whole space. But I think also, like, sometimes you got to call a spade sometimes, and that's just my opinion. But everyone's entitled to do as they wish. But I promote kindness, and I think crypto kindness, obviously, you do as well. So
thanks, crypto kindness. Definitely also promote kindness, and we should be kind to each other. There's two things that are happening. People get that's one kind of situation. The other situation is that there's some people who are actively promoting lies, whether it's about Pulse Chain or Zen, and those are the people that should be called out. And it has nothing to do with being kind. It has everything to do with somebody having an agenda that gives them some sort of power trip or some sort of financial gain, whatever that may be. Those people will always be called out by myself, and I hope other people will call them out also. Everyone else can be basically forgiven for just being emotional. So
I get that. Absolutely, you got to call people out if it's disinformation and spoken from agenda. But I just see a lot of people kind of celebrating in other people's downfalls, and that's not the community we are. And I just challenge everybody to rise above. But certainly, Jack, calling people out on their bull crap is necessary. And at the end of the day, somebody said in our group this morning that the SEC is our enemy, not other crypto chains or communities. We all need to rise above and work together to deliver first principles crypto to the world. And I like what you're doing, Jack, challenging on Pulse Chain and saying, hey, it could have been done better. It could be done differently. And at the end of the day, you're all seeking to just be better and grow crypto to what we want it to be. So I agree with that. Thank you.
And I only made the title of this because I went into the Hex Spaces and they wouldn't let me speak. So, and I knew this would get Buck's attention. So it was originally it was just me and Buck talking, and there was nobody else in here, and we were just talking about like the nitty gritty of Pulse, and then everybody else ended up coming in after, and it was just like me and him just going back and forth about whatever.
That's fine, man. Clickbait is clickbait. You got to get people here. I appreciate that.
Let's kill them with kindness, man. Yeah. So I did have before King David, I did have a concern, you know. So since there's a lot of lies being told, I'm pretty sure everybody is aware that they're blaming us for the pulse chain thing, for pulse chain not apparently working. Every time I join a hex space, they're like, oh, these DDoSers, they tried to launch multiple contracts and DDoS the network. And the truth of the matter, we launched one contract. Like, we didn't try multiple times. So there's narratives being pushed in these rooms that are like, where did you get this information from? And I don't really like it, you know. So it's hard to call those people out.
Imagine this, kid. What do you say? 1% of Zenians had PLS?
Not even one. All of
not even 1%.
Zenians are Pulsicans. We're all Pulsicans who have this stuff.
But just remember this: when the Zenians can buy PLS, when 100% of Zenians can buy PLS and start minting xeNFTs, if we're responsible for high fees, buckle up, guys.
Yeah, guys, real quick. So there's a lot of requests. I definitely just trying to bring up like Atticus, Bajo, Owl, you know, P.o.P. I'm trying to bring you guys up. If anyone's able to like shuffle around or whatnot, I'm doing my best. Plan D, I don't know if you're seeing these requests come in or not, but I'm trying to manage them or execute. And we know how we want to do it.
Man, this shit is pretty crazy. There's like so many people in this space right now.
Good morning.
We're good. We're good.
I'm gonna play like a few more minutes of it. I'm gonna jump into my stream. But yeah, we're gonna keep listening on some alpha. Unless it just fucking froze again. Then I don't know. If it froze again, then I'm wrapping this shit up. Cause yeah, it keeps tripping. Oh,
Just like me.
Someone's like this guy.
I love what you're doing. You're a builder. You're an innovator. What you say.
This shit is all fucked up.
Please do. I have no reason to hate you or say anything bad about you, because the reason for that is that I would say in the crypto world you're a better man than me. Obviously, you have like more consistent followers than me, so people listen to you. You're an influencer. You're a leader in the community. But the only thing I will say I don't like is that, quote unquote, I'm not.
What? Man, this shit sucks. All right, guys. I can't take it anymore. Up. Oop.
I have to be very careful with people like that. People that are envious, jealous,
Jesus, this shit trash.
arrogant, and these are not good quality of a leader. And that's what I'm saying. And I've told you this before. I will try to stay away from that, and I will try to.
All right. I can't do this. If they're gonna start kumbayaing and then giving my personal opinion, what I say is, and start telling some other person how they should be a leader, you need to step down off the mic, man. I hate that shit. Shouts to kindness, though. He did promote a good message there, which is, let's all do it together, right? Let's all just do it together. What's up, cyberspace? What's up, YouTube land? This your boy, Crypto Bruh, back again. Hear me. Ooh, let's turn the tunes up. What have we been doing here? We've been streaming for like 20 minutes. I just played a little bit of the spaces there of Jack Levin. I guess he stepped into a Zen space where somebody just made a headline. It says Pulse Chain sucks, prove me wrong. But he jumped in there like maybe like 40 minutes ago, kind of gave his insights on how he felt the launch went. And yeah, I just played a little bit of that. So getting kind of weird up in there, making my hair frizz. So everybody talking to each other and they're like, oh, you should lead like this. Like, man, I just want to hear Jack Levin flex right now. I just want to hear about the flex. Can we talk about the flex, please? Because they don't think we can flex. But yeah, cyberspace. It is May 15th, 2023. and we had a great weekend. Phoenix launched. We got the solid date now. We know that we have Zen Doge coming out on the 20th. So this weekend, 5 days or 5 days from now, we're gonna have another burner enter the ecosystem to provide even more deflationary pressure on the supply of Zen. We had Pulse Chain launch this past weekend as well. That's why it's pretty much the hottest topic as people start to shuffle their cards, in my opinion, and see where they stand in the sand so that they can progress their journey in the Zen world. There was a new BRC20 token that dropped. We had Buffy come out. This is a cool one. He calling that shit Buffy. Where'd he go? Or do they already be like, oh, it's tagged here. Yeah, they dropped Buffy ERC20. So, or BRC20. So, Zen World is live and full in effect right now. And it's cool to see everything coming into fruition. Like here, real quick, man, this is daily Zen content. So let's just get the up to date. Let's look at Zen Turbo. What's up, chat? Thank you for pulling up and listening to that. What up, Evening Burning? Hi from New Zealand. What's up, New Zealand? How y'all doing over there, man? I don't know if it's night or day. We got David. What up, David? What up? What up? Zen Crypto Dutchland, bruh. I staked 144 Phoenix for almost max. What was you? So you did a 21-year stake on Phoenix, bro? You did that? You did the 777 max stake or what? Because I didn't do that. We gonna talk about my strategy, bro. My strategy is on. See this flame GIF right here? This is how my strategy feels, straight up. But yeah, looking at Zen Turbo, they have a great dashboard going on right now. It's a good way for you to go get yourself up to date, see where we are in the ecosystem. Again, Zen is a hyperinflationary token that is being minted into existence in abundance. So yes, there are a lot of tokens, but this is what gives us a significant bento box of opportunity. This opportunity in this bento box is for you as a burner. And I love how they put this dashboard together because now you can really see what potential opportunity could be in the day. And also Zen Turbo, just to show, they have their Turbo Mentor. This is something cool to get into right now because they're going to come out with their own token. And what I've heard is that people that use their mentor would get the Zen Turbo token. So if you're the airdrop motherfucker out there, I guess you might want to mint some Zen over here for that airdrop. But looking at the total supply today, we are at 12 trillion on Ethereum. And remember, ETH runs the show, unfortunately. But there is only a liquid supply of 10 trillion with 1.7 trillion Zen being staked in the staking pool. And that's why it's still included in the total supply because the total stake Zen can still come into existence, right? Like when someone ends a stake, since there isn't any penalties, they get back their Zen instantly. So technically, staked Zen is, or yeah, total staked is part of the total supply because it still exists. That shit is not gone. Just burned for today. Unlike Phoenix, right? And that's why we like Phoenix. We'll talk about that here. Let me make sure I got my page refreshed for it. So it loads. Sometimes you might see that screen pop up. That screen is an RPC issue. So you need to refresh the page and maybe stay on the page for it to load. I just noticed this, but maybe my computer's tripping now because I'm streaming. I don't know. Let's see. We'll get this back. What I gotta close, man? What I gotta close? Let's close these. Give me some more memory. Computer acting like post chain. Just kidding. We'll talk about it. Actually, I what's crazy is I have no pulse chain. I did not sacrifice for pulse chain. So you see how I changed RPCs and then this error came up. I talked to Joe about this earlier today. He's gonna look in to see why this is happening. And I'm bullish. I love that all this stuff is happening on Phoenix, man. That means that y'all ain't looking at it while the game plays. And this is about getting in first. So while these issues are occurring, again, this is an RPC issue. something about MetaMask when you flip it, like this thing like glitches because it needs to pull all the data from MetaMask. So you're watching this live that this happens to the pros. What I've also noticed, here's the other fix, okay? So if you're having this issue while you're working with Phoenix, because again, this is a connection issue, what you might need to do, oopsies, is remove the extra URL, because I think it has something to do with loading active stakes. Like if you try to load the active stake page, it might not pop up for you. But if you just do phoenix.fyi, this is going to take you to the regular website, right? And then here you can, after MetaMask been connected, you'll be able to go and launch the archive active stakes. Oh, what the fuck? All right. Actually, it was working earlier. Where it's at, Joe Blau. It's time to leave the gym. It was working on, man, you know what it is? All right, fuck it. I'm gonna quit this real quick. Because I want my Phoenix stuff to pop up. Look at my DX and stuff. Here, we're gonna do this real quick. So I want to look at it. Dun dun dun. Dun dun dun. Where is that? I use Brave browser, y'all. I think that's the best browser to use. But the glitches lately, goddamn glitches. Like it's been glitching so hard, it's crazy. But I think it might be the stream. Maybe that's why I should have just done the stream. But I really wanted to show something here. Dun dun dun. Dun dun dun. Man, it's only when you're trying to show something does your computer decide to like just freak out. But it started with the whole Twitter thing. So I blame Twitter. I don't know what shit is going on in the background there. This shouldn't load because we ain't got no internet. Well, yeah, I don't know why it's doing this. I guess we got to figure it out with Joe Blau. It was working on Polygon, but I'm not logged into MetaMask right now. So this is literally just some sort of connection issue. No rug intended. All this, when the Phoenix website is down, all this means is that the total supply is truly capped. The total supply is truly capped. Hold on. Remember, this is for entertainment purposes only. As you can see, even I suffer the glitch. Even I suffer the glitch. No one is invincible to the blockchain issues. Everybody experiences it. That's why, like, if you're having a problem on blockchain, bro, everybody having a problem on blockchain, bro. So then that's all you got to do is figure out where is my issue. And it should work. It should work. Oh my God. Joe Blau is still doing it. I hope you watching this shit. Man, I hope you watching this shit. This shit's still doing it. Yeah, man. Damn. I guess it is a pretty bad glitch. I'll try a different chain. See if I can get some shit going here. But it could be if it works on Polygon, then what that means is that the glitch is with Ethereum. All right, yeah. So the glitch is with Ethereum RPC. There must be something that Joe need to figure out in that environment so that it can stay relevant. Because yeah, go after doing that. Seeing that right there, guys, that is what you call troubleshooting. Hold on, am I live? Okay, cool. That's how you troubleshoot some shit. All right, you got to go through every single motion. Motherfuckers will stop like 5 moments in and be like, nah, man, this shit is this, bro. It's like, nah, you got to figure out where the process is broken. And when you figure that part out, then you can get to the answer. But if you're just stuck where the process is broken and not identifying it, of course you're gonna be like, this shit rug me. But this is the Crypto Bro channel, bro. So I figured it out. But what up, Frosty Dog? Hey, thanks for pulling up. Hey, and also thanks for kicking it while I figure that shit the fuck out. But yeah, everybody fucking tweet Joe Blau and tell him the ETH side is down. Oh shit. That shit is busted. But I would have shown you my stakes over there, but I can't. But it's whatever. So with that being said, Phoenix has burned 173 billion in the last 2 days of inception. DBZen has burned 3 trillion, NFTs burned 1 trillion, and the Zen Night collection, that's the Bitcoin ordinals, burned about 80 billion. So with Phoenix doing this slight burn here, this is a beautiful thing to see. Again, what's really, really cool is that Phoenix has the lowest barrier of entry when it comes to burning, and when the website works, you can burn your Zen over there with not a ton of gas, right? When you use DBZen, you have to match the protocol fee with the Zen. So the more Zen you want to burn, the higher the gas fee. And that's the point of participation in DBZen is you want to get as many DXN tokens. So you got to participate. And if you don't have a high velocity of our participation on DBZen, you know, you can't, you know, that's what I'm trying to say. Like you can't burn 10 million DBs, 10 million Zen on DBZen with your gas, right? You're gonna have to pay 10x the gas on DBZen with the 10 million. But on Phoenix, you can just burn the 10 million Zen and then pay whatever the network fee is, right? Like right now on Ethereum, it's 102 in the Gwei area. So that network fee is all you would have to pay to burn the Zen, and then you could sell it on the market. And that's kind of what we've been seeing in Phoenix, which is really, really dope. Gotta load my pages up. I got my post-chain monitor. Oh, 34 beats. Is that real? Add the memory. That's what they were saying in the server room. Add the memory. We gotta get these beats down. Add the memory. All right. DB's MDBs, and I was looking at Polygon. There ain't no Polygon getting in here. We had a bump a couple days ago, and it's been flat ever since. But let's go ahead and look at Phoenix, because that's what we're talking about right now. Phoenix on Ethereum. So Phoenix on ETH is doing pretty well. I think Phoenix on Matic is also doing pretty well. I do think both of these projects are working exactly how they should. And yeah, I feel like there's a lot of questions that need to be answered, and we are still in a growing phase. So this is really cool for this, you know, environment, because again, Phoenix is an inflationary product as well, but the difference between Phoenix and Zen is that you need Zen to make Phoenix. And with Zen, you need native, you need Ethereum, you need Moonbeam, you need Avalanche. So yeah, you can get native from like a Coinbase, but Phoenix only needing Zen means like the transformation of Zen has to happen, and the Zen needs to be acquired. So there is going to be a smaller supply of Phoenix than Zen, and no one wants to talk about that, but it's whatever. This your boy Crypto, bro. I believe in tokenomics. And with those tokenomics being said, I bought the dip down here. If you follow me on Twitter, that's usually what I've been saying, is that you want to buy the dip because you don't need to burn. Others will burn for you. So looking here, we can, right now, Phoenix contract has a dashboard on Zen.pub. So you can see pretty much the 24-hour feeling, as well as they have a progression bar here for the reward flush, which will be in 19 days. All right. So in 19 days, this amount of rewards, 17 million Phoenix, will be dropped to this amount of shares, which is 47 million Phoenix. So right now, let's look at the rate. If you've been watching the channel, you remember you can figure out the rate of the reward pool by simply dividing this amount by this amount. So, oopsies. So if I go and do, we're gonna have 17,335,32, right? And then we can divide that by this many shares, because this many shares will be today's. If the reward pool was to flush today, it would go to all these people staked, right? So that's why you want to divide it by this amount, because then you can see which how much each share is going to receive from this drop. So right now 0.36 Phoenix per drop, or per share. So you could use this number to calculate for your shares to make sure you're still in a profit, or you're still going to get your principal back. So this is a pretty cool. It's dropping pretty quick. That means that people are either staking really long or really short, really fat, which would make this make sense to rise in price, right? Because if you're diluted already, instead of burning more Zen, you can just buy cheap Phoenix, right? You just buy cheap Phoenix. So like one Phoenix right now is 8,000 Zen on the DEX. So you have a 2,000 Zen spread right now on the buy versus the burn, and the reward pool is already filled up. So you can take the rewards from the person that's not staked, if you get what I'm saying. And that's why Phoenix is going to be a powerhouse, because as the price reaches that equilibrium of the Zen burn, there's the opportunity to, capture your dilute your inflation, because that's what's happening to you. If you're getting diluted, the pool is overinflating how much you decided to stake. So if you can use that balance between the two, and that's why in the 13-week period, who knows what's gonna happen in Phoenix when we get to like 4 weeks before the 13 weeks, right? Like it's 10 weeks of lullness. And then right before it ends, like a month before, people start to do the math and they're like, oh shit, I don't want to get diluted because all I did was park my Phoenix right behind the flush reward. And this is why, again, Phoenix is built so that you go large and long, right? You want to make a big stake for a long amount of time so that you don't have to play this game, because it'll take a lot longer for you to get diluted. But by that time, you've captured what? If it's 2 years, you've already captured 8 reward pools. So you don't really need to focus on that concept, right? You don't need to focus on, am I going to get diluted? Let me look at the shares, right? You could just come back and check and be like, wow, I've already received my principal back from all of these reward pools. And I'm going to get some extra inflation from penalties of people early in staking, penalties of people letting their stakes bleed because maybe gas is too high and they can't afford to end their stake, or life-changing events happen and that human being can't come back and claim that stake, or somebody loses their wallet, and so on and so on. It's just a regular crypto thing, right? So that little piece of Phoenix has got me so bullish on it, and why I'm not afraid that the website is down on Ethereum. It's sad. Because I'm like, damn fool, I want to use this shit. But at the same time, it's bullish because now people can't burn Zen. You would need to use the contract, and if you don't know how to use the backend, then, and most people won't, then that helps me, keep that total supply down. So like that's the next game in this, right? If we go over here, back to the board, we do have a total supply of Phoenix. So what is the equity pool Phoenix is what is supporting the amount of Phoenix staked, right? The equity pool is filled up from Phoenix staked, and then the equity pool is divided back to stakers based on the time in which you stay in the equity pool. And this is why your principal can get diluted, because you're in the equity pool for too short of a time. Okay, it's all simple math, but it can be very hard to understand when you're looking to get that ROI. I get it. And that's why the ROI is built off the reward pools. You're starting backwards if you're using the equity pool. Ribbit, we got Zendoge. Kryptonite, what up? What up? What up? Better to burn for DXN and get Phoenix off people dumping. Still getting that piece of X1. Yes, sir. Hey, nah, it's better. If you have a good play like that, like, because you could basically burn for DBZen and then you could use the divs to buy Phoenix. And then like now you're getting the burn here, and then you're catching the Phoenix for the low so that you can get the reward pool tokens that that person gave up on the DEX. Okay, and that's why the DEX is important, because the day that the DEX, right, the day that this, oopsies, the day that the DEX says that this is more expensive, right, like Zen, it costs like 12,000 Zen to one Phoenix, the narrative has changed and you missed the bottom, okay? And that's possible because what I'm thinking here is that since Zen is deflationary, right, it's inflating right now, but as people stop minting, as minting becomes more aggressively difficult to acquire Zen, that means that less people will be burning their Zen, or maybe less Zen is entering Phoenix, which is going to stop the inflation of Phoenix. So knowing that Phoenix has the potential of becoming capped based on just like, and then what I mean by capped is like right now it's inflating like crazy, right? Like we look over here, the total supply of Phoenix in a 24-hour period is pretty high. Like if, I mean, in 24 hours right now we're at 3 billion Zen has been burned for Phoenix, right? And the reward pool, you just times this by 10K, and then that's how you can see how much Zen was burned in the last 24 hours. Or even here in this particular reward pool, since it hasn't flushed yet, it's basically counting the amount of Zen that's been burned. After the flush, you won't be able to do that, but that's why you want to look down here, see how much has been burned in the 24-hour period and blah, blah, blah. The equity pool too, like this is a good way as well to see whether or not people are leaving their copy behind. They should be staking directly after burning. If not, then they're leaving their copy behind. And then that's how you know we're reaching something new. These two things really do balance each other out, because the staking class, as they get further away, right, it's like as they stake farther, they're running away with the equity pool. So in a 24-hour period, it's going to let you know who's really the boss of the pool, in my opinion. Right now, I do see it as the staker class, and that's why the price is rising. As the pool runs away, you need more Phoenix to get to the pool, right? So that means that if it's cheaper on the DEX, again, going back to what I just said, all you need to do is acquire some extra Phoenix off the DEX, stake it today for as long as that stake is, you know, capture the reward pools, you know. But I mean, there's another thing too, which is the time and date, and we don't really have all that jazz just yet. But that's why, again, who knows where Phoenix price can be when you put all that on top of each other? Where is the demand for Phoenix? And since Phoenix is really, really hard to create because you need Zen, what happens when everybody goes, oh shit, it's 12 to 1 on the goddamn DEX, so let me go and burn my Zen for Phoenix to get it back down to 10 to 1. And then when do we see that type of pressure happening on Phoenix, bro? That's just pure alpha for you. Like, when does that moment happen? And it's amazing because it's happening already, I think, from what I see. This is a really, really good chart compared to Polygon. So let's go ahead and look at Polygon. And there's a lot of variables that go into this, but it's just, if you understand blockchain, then you know what time it is. I don't believe in staking. What up, Dank? I don't believe in staking longer than 3 years. So I'm leaving Phoenix alone because Zen is Kang. This is facts. This is facts. But the thing about Phoenix that beats Zen is you get the penalties. And when people early in stake, you're getting their copy out of the reward pool, and you're getting their extra Phoenix in your payout. So essentially, the staking class becomes the Kangs and Quains of staking in Zen, because you can stake longer than 1,000 days. So if you're thinking like, hey, I want to get the best profit for my Zen in staking, technically you do want to transform your Zen into Phoenix. Not financial advice, not fucking Zen advice, just what I am experiencing. But it does feel like you would want to amplify your Zen and burn it so it turns into a Phoenix, so you can go longer than 1,000 days, right? You could do a 2-year, 3-year stake, and depending on whatever the staking class is saying, that's going to be your principle of pitch, right? Maybe the staking class is saying, hey, 5 years, because I haven't checked. what that would be a really cool metric here to see too. What is the average, or what's the thing saying is the farthest. And what I mean by that here, I guess I could show because I'm on Polygon. It's going to work over here. It wasn't working on ETH, which is kind of bad. But yo, who caught that dip though, bro? That was fresh. This was fresh because Zen didn't even dip. Zen didn't even dip. It was so funny. I made a list. So Phoenix, oh, MZen. I need a real Zen. I need the real Zen. So we build in lists. I like using Deck Scanner because you can make these like playlist style lists here. Keep yourself organized. This way you can see the 2 to 1, or what do you call it, 10,000 to 1 idea to see how in parallel it is. So right now you'll see even like M Phoenix is just right there with it, just right there with it. And it's always going to stay underneath. That's why right now it's okay that it's always going to be like a little bit under the Zen price, because it should. But as Zen becomes more disinflationary, Phoenix narrative should change. And that's why people are fucking sleeping on Phoenix. Because when that narrative changes, like when as Zen becomes more expensive, Phoenix becomes more fucking rare. On my mama. It becomes more rare. Like just like you said, Dank, you don't really got 3 years. So you help make Phoenix rare. Anybody who says they ain't got time for Phoenix makes this shit rarer. Because it's got great tokenomics. I was talking to myself about this yesterday, bro. I was thinking like, it's crazy how in crypto we've gotten so far away from tokenomics. It's like either a big ass number or a small ass number or a fucking number in between or burn this or burn that. But no one really looks at like tokenomics anymore, to be honest. Let's be honest. Because when you look at the tokenomics of Phoenix, how can you not be bullish on this shit? When you look on the tokenomics of DBZen, like how can you not be bullish on this shit? And then even when you think of like Zen as a whole, right? Like when you think of the tokenomics on Zen, how can you not be bullish on this shit? But I don't know, maybe I'm fucking crazy. But like the Zen world is wild. As Zen goes up in price, everything else becomes rare. It becomes rarer, guys. Rarer. It becomes rarer. Everything. And it's cool because Zen is coming into abundance, which means that once there's more Zen out for people to burn, now they already get it, right? Oh, my Zen is rare. So that means my Phoenix is rare. That means my DBZen is rare, right? So like right now, people don't think their shit is rare, which is so amazing to me. But my argument on that is the idea of tokenomics and how a whale controls tokenomics until the community decides to change the narrative. And that happens with buys and sells and marketing. And Fair Crypto is going to play a role in how people start to understand that you are the marketer, right? Like I'm crypto, bro, the guy who just loves cryptocurrency and DJs and shit, right? But like I've invested my time into crypto for so long that at this point, me and the crypto, I guess, are just hand in hand. So I don't need to find value in it, right? I just know like I'd rather be over here than over there. And since that's my whole little sentiment for crypto, I just wait, and I'm not the person that's getting baited to the bottom. So the tokenomics give you the ability to understand that I need a DCA until the tokenomics come into play. And DBZen is the same exact thing here, where now what we're seeing is that we're starting to become oversold. We broke down out of this pattern that I have that's based, I believe, on the hourly. Do-do-do, do-do-do, yeah. I'm moving over to DBZen now. Get Phoenix bullish. But like looking at DBZen, it's right now holding under a resistance on the hourly. So the person that's holding this down, look at these spikes, bro. God damn. They're teasing you. All right. They already broke past the support line on the way up and they wicked down. So this is a decision moment. But I really don't enjoy this because the narrative right now in the overall DXN market is bearish because no one understands still. The way we would know people understand and why I'm still bullish in the long term for both DXN and Phoenix is because I know in the long term people will finally start to understand, especially if you watch my streams, man. Hopefully you understand why I'm so fucking bullish on this shit, man. Yo, Damien with the 5 pounds just joined the stream, bruh. Have your thoughts about adding liquidity for those farming gains? Um, like in Phoenix, I thought about it, but I would rather focus on the staking right now. What I think is what I think about in Phoenix is that the reward pools is where there'll be more price action. So maybe closer to the end date on the reward, you might want to do a LP, but I think staking is going to get you more Phoenix. That's just from my learnings on Matic. I went over there and did LP, and I was getting a good amount of Phoenix on a full range, so I didn't lose too much Phoenix. But it was nothing compared to what the fuck I was gonna get if I staked that million Phoenix. And that's why I was like, yo, I gotta stake my Phoenix. Oh, I guess I didn't say that part. Yeah, you have to stake your Phoenix for a certain amount of principal. I think right now it's at oopsies, 29 on Polygon, right? Damn, y'all are some savages. 30? Damn, somebody's like chopping a tree up. Oh, I'm gonna have to close this window. Oh shit, that's in the front of the crib. Whatever. Hopefully it's not bugging y'all. But yeah, you see here right now, 2030 is the staking class's principle of participation. That's what I'm calling this, the principle of participation. Do you want to participate? Do you? Then you better fucking make sure you go long enough to get your principal back out of the equity pool, because that's where the funds come from. But yeah. So it's gonna be different on every chain, and as reward pools flushes, then this thing is going, or your staking shares are gonna change. Like the share rate is gonna change as people's stakes end, because to keep the balance for the longer stakers. So this is gonna be a thing to watch, but we haven't gotten there yet. But yeah, so I'm not farming gains in the LP for Phoenix yet. I'll probably do that throughout the 13 weeks, and maybe even using news events for inquiring. Because again, I feel like Phoenix is bullish price discovery wise. I truthfully do. I do think right now it's at 2 cents because it's 10,000 to Zen, which means that if Zen goes up in price, right? So if you're bullish on Zen, you're bullish on Phoenix. Damn, I just stopped talking about DXN because I'm just too excited about Phoenix. But if you're bullish on fucking Zen, you have to be bullish on Phoenix because Phoenix goes up side by side with it. So technically, you're getting the cheapest Phoenix even if you were to buy it right now and not even stake it. So I guess yeah, if you wanted to do the LP and that concept because you just don't believe in staking, that's the only reason you wouldn't stake, because you don't believe in it. Because you gotta, once you do all the math, it's believable, 100%. Like I've done the math one too many times, and that's why I was like, yo, in this 3-week period, it makes more sense to get way more Phoenix out of this thing than to wait for the LP, and then maybe after the LP, after this flushes and I get this back, right, plus some, then maybe I go and stake the extra, take the other to the LP, let that rock until like the 13 weeks is up, almost up, and then pull it right before it ends, so I don't get tore up, right? What if there's no Phoenix at the end of the 13 weeks and I got all the Phoenix in the pool? Like, not to say a million would be all the Phoenix, but that's kind of what I'm picturing here. There's a lot of Zen, but Phoenix is also compounding Zen 10,000 to 1. So every time Zen is burned for Phoenix, that shit is gone, 10,000 of it. And that action is going to get rid of a lot of Zen. It's going to print a lot of extra rewards, and it's not going to see trillions and trillions of coins until unless people burned a ton of Phoenix, right? And that would be on the subchains. On the subchains, we can see if people are burning a ton of Phoenix. Like I think it's like 1 trillion or some shit right now, or what is it over here for the reward pool? It's like, now I'm gonna get back into DXN. He's saying shush. Dang, saying shh. All right, follow the shushes, man. If they whispering, right? Shh. Shh. We're still accumulating. I can't believe it working on ETH, bro. So I just keep talking about it. But yeah, damn, 7 trillion. trillion Zen burn on Matic for Phoenix. So it's gone over here. But they just keep printing. And again, Phoenix is so cheap on Matic because Polygon is so cheap to make uh, Zen, so it has a robust amount of supply to fill up the reward pool. And this is kind of why I go into another strategy in Phoenix. It's fucking Phoenix Monday. I'm wearing the DB Zen shirt, but I guess I'm gonna have to maybe make Mondays about Phoenix. But another bullish thing about Phoenix is like as Zen is in abundance on certain chains, right? Like Polygon. If Ethereum Phoenix does well, that success should trickle down to the smaller chains, and that's why I'm actually building most of my longevity stakes on the subchains. My subchains are going to be Polygon and Avalanche. So I'll be doing those two just because I have most is in there. Maybe Moonbeam, but now I'm like every single blockchain I'm on, I'm trying to understand their flavor so that I can keep my Zen pumping gains, right? Like for instance, like on Pulse Chain, like I have no Pulse Chain, but I want to get some Zen over there because they got flavor, right? They're gonna be having their own shit going on. Like maybe I want to have Zen coming out so I can get PLSX, you feel me? Or maybe I want to have Zen coming out so I can sell it for Pulse Chain tokens if their gas is going to be so high and I'm going to need a lot of tokens to do a lot of transactions. So like there's different flavors, right? So then like on Moonbeam, they want to get their decks popping. So like maybe I want to provide liquidity because they're so focused on the decks. Whereas like Polygon is focused on users. So maybe I want to be a user. Same with Avalanche, they're focused on users. So maybe I want to be a user and I can use my Zen with these protocols and get ready for Ethereum where all the users are. You know, it's just simple shit like that. But really, really excited to see what happens here. But with a lot of Zen being available on Polygon, these reward pools are probably going to be pumping, bro. Especially if it stays low in price, right? If MZen decides to just kind of take a lull, if all of crypto takes a lull in Zen world, then that just means that these burners have a lot of waves. Damn, what are they? Look at the RSI though, guys. You're good. It's a whale battle. Somebody's releasing the coins. Releasing the coins. Change Zen crypto to Zen Classic. Makes me mad. Yeah. Well, did you hear somebody said that the functionality of the Zen Classic on Pulse Chain has already been capped on takeoff, so it wasn't going to be able to come to life anyways. To be honest, they already had like finitoed it like Doge Chain. So the question now is to push the envelope so that people can open up that channel, right? It's just the development team. They're going to need to open up that channel, and then you can make new Zen Classic. But until then, that Zen Classic is going to be, yeah, I guess you could say actually it's pretty valuable because that Classic is capped. I don't know. Do your research. My tiny little fund will never move the market. Market owns Phoenix. Yeah, the tiny little fund will not move any market over here. The way that I think though that all of this stuff starts to get really popping is with the X1 introduction. The X1 introduction is going to bring a lot of liquidity around the Zen ecosystem as people try to battle to get X1 token, because now with the whole BRC20 news, it actually makes all networks very bullish, because depending on how much Zen and USD value has been burned on these networks, that could determine where the best burn rate is. Right? Like let's say like on what my thought is because they say 20% for everything below Ethereum. So if 9 chains are, okay, I guess there's 2 chains that have been canceled. Boom, we got DXC and OKX, and then Pulse Chain will be added. So I guess we're at 8 chains. Yeah, Pulse Chain should be added once there's volume being added, or once the burns start to come to life. You can make Apex NFTs. So once I guess we start to get that going, then it'll be added. So you can see how much you need to burn to be in the race with them, right? You're in a race with everyone on that chain. And that's kind of what I'm saying. What are the maximum burn levels for all chains, and what is getting into the top 5 of that chain to be part of the biggest piece of airdrop from the 20%, right? So if you don't want to play that fucking game, you really do want to focus on ETH Zen because it's going to get 80% of the burn weight. And that's kind of, again, why I'm saying Phoenix Zen rewards could pop off because that's the narrative. Like, I don't burn on other chains, I burn on ETH. So this is the lowest barrier of entry of burn, which means that it has the opportunity to kind of have the most uh, what do you call it? Velocity. What the fuck? Why am I forgetting this word? Volatility. Yeah. Phoenix should have great volatility because of how easy it is to burn and sell it, and hopefully that volatility will create a price chart. That's kind of like my little 2 cents on that. But yeah, you want to be strategic about where you're burning and how much you're burning. And that's why I think minting Zen on all these other chains is super important. Super important to mint because minting is going to be the easiest way to acquire Zen here. So if you just max mint every single day on every single bullshit chain, you should get a lot of Zen to be able to burn for X1. Pretty much everybody will be on the same boat is how I'm thinking. And then some people will be buying that shit, right? Like that's why it's like bullish because it's like, well, if everyone is max minting the same amount of max, and so there's a lot of people in a common pool, the only way to get out of the common pool is to buy the Zen to get further than the commonality. It's just simple shit. So since I know this is going to happen, bro, I'm very excited to see these other chains rising. That's actually why I buy MZen. I mint a lot on AZen. I would buy it, but the slippage on it is trash. So we ain't got no liquidity over here, bro. So can't really buy this stuff. It's like the crypto gods have placed a threshold on everything, so you learn how to be smart about moving through the space. But owning Zen on all chains is important. Damien with another 5. Thanks for your insight as always, bro. Any thoughts on why DBZen isn't as big on Binance compared to Polygon? Oh, okay, yeah. So this has to do, in my opinion, with the total supply issue with the one Gwei. So actually, let's see if there's anybody that bid here. So the one Gwei problem on Binance, it really turns off a lot of Zenians. It's just part of the idea that people get it now. They want to make sure that their value, and this might be a wake up call for some of those people out there that are in Binance so heavy that like you've never moved out of it. Like I'm in all the chains and I am making moves on all the chains, and no certain chain is the most dominant for me except for Ethereum. So so for me, I see Binance as just like a portal. Like I'm in there, I'm out of there. But there are some people who stay in Binance, and this is where you might be able to kind of see the reflection of the community that you're staking in, right? You're staked in Smart Chain or Binance Smart Chain, so you're staked with all of these people, and that one Gwei concept really does impact participation. So this right here, these one Gwei, 2 Gwei transactions in DBZen, this is a turnoff because that means that someone has an advantage on saving here, right? Like this person did way less and paid more, right? And then this person did way more and paid just a little bit more, right? So this is intensely fucking the game up. Like right now, like this is fucking the game up. Like number 1 person has 1 Gwei and they burn all the batches. So this is really hurting this particular platform. And in my opinion, I feel like this is a community problem. Like you got to go to CZ and be like, yo, bruh, can you make this fair? And then they're going to look at you like you're crazy because who the fuck are you, right? Who the fuck are you? Because of that, this is just a burn. This is Phoenix. DBZen Binance is basically Phoenix. It's just where you go to burn Zen. It ain't nothing more than that. And that's the problem with it compared to like a Polygon. So let's look at the active users here. 1262 with 7 this cycle, 1262. Let's compare it to Polygon. Let's see how many unique they got over there. I hear a lot of people talk about BZen though. So look at Polygon got more unique miners. So already, if you wanted to just base it like on that versus scale, you would need to be getting out of that shit and moving over here, because it's apparent more people are over here. Let's see about Avalanche. Probably less because there ain't enough Zen. But let's just see. Actually, there's more people getting their Zen because a lot of people did 15-day mints, and about like mints ago. Okay, nah, oof, man, so much fucking so much. This is good though. See, look at 5 unique miners and there ain't no miners. So there's just some people over here hacking, getting DXN. Ooh, and it's bussing. Yeah, AVAX is where it's at. Not much AVAX in the pool. People are keeping their AVAX in the smart contract. They take mines out every single day. Never trusted. But it is getting up here, 17 AVAX. I'm sitting in this. I'm not going to move. I know that nobody has Zen, and it's not apparent on their blockchain that they're there, but I see the Zenians. You can hear them in the spaces. They're really making some noise on Avalanche, trying to get everyone over there to understand that, yo, y'all got something going on, and we want to be a part of it. So they definitely are doing it up. Here, let's look about ETH. So we're just looking at unique users. This is another metric you can use for yourself to try to get the best deal on DBZen. Because again, you're already on Binance chain, so why not move some capital to a different chain and participate better with more things? So like, look at ETH Pal only got 3 players right now, way less than Avalanche. Is that an opportunity? I don't know. There ain't no body burnings in though. So this chart already turned me off. I'm already looking at Avalanche, Polygon, ETH. That's my top 3. Let's look at ETH Boss. And this is Zen.pub, y'all. If you never used this website, you got to start using it. Don't understand why play DBZen or Phoenix strats, for example. If it is for X1 allocation, if it's not for X1 allocation, if it's for money, wouldn't just holding Zen when it runs up on price, then stake it for the 2% yearly ROI? So Damien, you have a point. Like, that's why this whole Zen world is wild and wacky, because you don't need to do any of the things I'm talking about, but this is the part of crypto that needs to be repaired. So you see what Zen is helping is it's really helping repair mass adoption, because now we can actually use the Zen in a digital environment to achieve the goals that we tried to achieve before with Ethereum. But the problem with ETH is its block space. ETH is nothing more than real estate. So I'm on the ETH blockchain. So Ethereum is the block space I need to pay for transactions on that in that area, right? Same with Bitcoin. I just need the block space to be there. So I own the Bitcoins to do actions in Bitcoin, and so on and so on. Every single token, coin, or every single coin is nothing more than block space, and every token is made to be used in that environment. And that's why Zen is on fire, because it's in 11 different environments. Now 12 different environments. And soon Arbitrum and Optimism. So then there'll be 14 environments that Zen lives inside of. So which environment is the most expensive Zen? That goes back to day one Genesis, chats. And, I do think it'll be Ethereum. So yeah, ETH is the golden goose for sure. And that's why it's 80% of the X1 energy allocation, I'm going to say, because it's all they're capturing is how much energy did each blockchain put in, and we're going to airdrop them tokens based on the energy. So where you put your energy is very important, and that's why I'm just going over this. But back to the point that ETH will always be the most dominant, and that's why it is the golden goose. It's going to keep laying you eggs if you just keep minting there for 8 years. But if you have some extra capital because you're making so much money right off of Zen, maybe you take some profits into some natives and find yourself using ecosystems with Zen's DNA, right? Like Phoenix has Zen's DNA, DBZen has Zen's DNA. So these are derivatives for your Zen that you've hold, and they're gonna have appreciation based on their protocol success. And that's what's really cool. Like every single ecosystem will have this in order for them to discover what it's like. And Ethereum will always be the banger. Zen, Phoenix came out on ETH, banged. Phoenix came out because Phoenix on On it's tied 1-to-1, so I think it's banging because it didn't go to 0. It's not 99%. It already caught a bottom and flipped. You could still trade the bottom right now if you wanted to. But yeah. So DBZen's the same, but DBZen, it just shows you, in my opinion, again, it shows you what the blockchain really is. And if you are in the Zen ecosystem, you might need to choose a blockchain that works the best. Maybe it's not the one that you're on. And yeah, and so on and so on. So there is really a lot of ways to play it, and that's why the Zen ecosystem is badass. Straight the fuck up. Let me catch up here. Are you burning for Zen Doge? I'll probably burn a little bag. I don't think it's gonna burn out, but I'm gonna burn a little bag because I don't need a lot of that shit. I'd rather have Phoenix and DBZen. Like those are economical vehicles. Like those. Like if we're an econ class and they're like, pick the bank or the dog, I'm picking the bank. Hands down. I need these 2 banker tokens, bro. These 2 things that give me yield. I'll take the banker's tokens. But I'll also get some fun dog tokens. Damn, look at this. ETH Moss even lower than ETH POW. Doge Chain, don't even need to look at that, but let's look at Phantom. So what I was looking at before I got on that tangent about why Zen is the golden goose. It's the only token you need. Phantom's got a good amount. Ooh, right below AVAX. What's the price over here? What's the price? 6 cents. How much is AVAX? I'll take plus 500. We've been a couple of months into this. If you ain't got 500 unique miners, your shit is dead. So 14 cents. So some would say Phantom is undervalued because the floor is Avalanche, right? The floor is Avalanche. And then above Avalanche, because unfortunately, Binance, I'm not going to include that in this because, again, that one Gwei, it's got me turned off. And I'm like most Indians, so even though they got unique miners, it's like, what are they mining for? So we got 28 cents over here. So these all should reach parallels because at the end of the day, DXN does the same thing on each chain. And now there's so many coins out that it's starting to become in parallel of how much is being distributed on each chain with a certain principle. So it's starting to build out. It's like you're being left out if you're not a part of it. And that's, again, why I feel like, again, Binance chain has opportunity, but it's going to not hit as hard as the other ones. And like, again, you see it right here. Like this should be running with Polygon. Straight up. It's actually more expensive than Polygon, which is crazy. So we'll see what happens, man. Maybe some people won't care and then they'll keep going up. But if you wanted to say that this is the floor for the subchains, then Polygon is undervalued and Binance has less users. So, let's look at Moonbeam. This is a real analysis right here, bro. It's your boy Crypto, bro. Make sure you like and subscribe and hit the bell notification. Mike, let's bet a bucket of KFC. Damn, KFC? Kennedy asks if I'm getting Zen on Pulse. I will get P-Zen. I'll probably end up getting it when there's the bridge. Because I can't do it right now. I do not have the finances. I am broke on Pulse Chain, dude. I am a poor pleb. I have no Pulse Chain. So I do 2 transactions of Zentarions and I'm popped. So I'm either waiting for gas to go down or I'm waiting for the bridge to jump over because I said on my Twitter, all these complications is just making me bullish on the price of Zen over there, especially if they open a bridge. If they open a bridge up, I can see Zen taking off like crazy because there's not a lot of supply due to how hard it was to make it in the beginning. Unlike all the other chains, there was a lot of interference for the users, so not a lot of people got a lot of Zen. So it'll be similar to like an AVAX, where it's the diamond in the rough out of all of them. Again, and it will have users. Like people are already asking for DB Zen, so I'm sure it'd have more users than Moonbeam and fucking Eve Moss and ETH POW, you know. And this is why I'm saying you got to choose the right chain, dude. Do not get yourself caught on some dead chain because Zen is there. Zen is there. It is there, but it's there because it's part of the whole game plan. Damn, OKX got 200. So it looks like our floor user is around 200. DBZen has a floored user. About 200 people on each chain fuck with this shit. Averagely, though, on a daily, it's about 10 people per chain on Subchain. But yeah, DXN has so much room to grow. Nobody really gets this one either. I've been watching it. I buy these tokens as well, just because you need to make sure you got a bag. And again, why wouldn't you want to be getting free protocol fee? Like, okay, I hold what is this, 3,000, 3,100 DXN on Matic, and I'm getting 1.7 Matic right now in a bear market. Okay. It cost me 2 cents to get it. Okay. I don't mind. Shit, where's my DXN chart? So it's bracking. Oh, I haven't even seen what I got today for on ETH. Okay, let's see what we got over there. This is why I like DXN. I think DXN is where you start your journey, because you can buy DXN tokens and stake them, and then as you're staking them, you're going to be getting ETH. So like, let's say you have a job, you can basically be using your job, your real life job, your economical energy of being a worker. You could use that money to like buy DXN, and then now you're amplifying your job money. Kind of one of the reasons why I was like, damn, do I need to get a job again? Like, shit, there's free money out there, bro. There is free DXN in the reality. I need to go see if I need to get some of that. But yeah, like you could just be turning that $200 of economical energy into DXN and staking it to getting this protocol fee. And then from there, you just build, right? However long it takes you to build is on you. And that's why then we would be saying, well, what is the real price of DXN if people are using it to build, right? It gets out of that conversation that I hate so much, so dearly, which is it's just connected to Zen. It's just a Zen derivative. Like, bro, yes, it is a Zen derivative, but it has a purpose. It's a utility outside of fucking Zen, dude. And that might make people want to get Zen to get DBZen. And as DBZen has more utility, it has more value proposition, and it's paying every single day. So you need to stop it from paying. But it just keeps paying. Let's fill in the chart. This 15. Let's fucking go. So we got 324 tokens now. How much Zen ended in the lobby today? Or ETH. So I'm counting ETH already. I recommend everybody make their own spreadsheet. This is how you know you're early into something, bro. When they don't have this set up all pretty in their own data world, then that's how you know you're early. But you should track your performance to make sure that you're performing. You know, make sure it's real. That's why I was like, is this shit real? Like, I need to make a tracking concept here to make sure this is real. 65. All right. It's not a bad turn of events here. Slowly but surely moving up the scale. Oh, I don't think this has 26 in it. It does not. There we go. So 2.2 or 1.22 ETH, almost in total. So right now my scale is going to be based on a month, on a 30-day concept in the next 6 days. So in the next 6 days, I will be getting my data together, which is pretty cool, because I want to see what a month's worth of DXN is on the bottom, right? Like DXN, I just explained to you, is gonna, in my opinion, be a powerhouse protocol, and the way that it's created, it makes me really, really bullish on that creation, and I want to be a part of it. So as long as I keep my tokens staked, I get fees from people creating DXN, and then I can recycle those fees in order to increase my position. This position has, you can do whatever you want, however you want to factor it. I'm really doing it off the 2-year idea. So by next cycle, or like in 2 years, there should be 75% of the tokens out. So it's around 2.5 million. So you want to kind of try to keep yourself balanced in those ideas, or maybe even like you want to average it from there. If you want to, some people are averaging from the 4 year mark, which 95% of the coins will be out after 4 years. So if you want to try to capture like 1% of that supply, or 0.01% of that supply, that would really dictate where your position is in the sand, because then it would be based on daily ETH. And the daily ETH part, I think, is why I'm happy there's not a lot of attraction, because we saw what can happen when the Zenians pump it. When the Zenians need to get the bag, they do their thing. And now, maybe right now, I think we're having some Zen-like activity. Again, people are choosing up what they want to burn on. Do I want Phoenix? Do I want DXN? And now that every time there's a new burner that comes out, it helps bring the inception of the other one to the front, right? So when Zen Doge comes out after Phoenix, people, again, like I said, they'll be looking at, do I want to buy a dog or do I want to buy a bank with my Zen? And it's up to you as a player to see what is next. What do you think people are going to want most the next? And people probably going to choose the fucking dog. So, you want to figure that part out. But DXN is for sure chosen already. People have chosen that they want to do this one. And they're keeping it very, very tight. Look at this price. Holding in there. Still a fully diluted market cap of 9.2 million with over $418,000 in liquidity. It's so ridiculous. So ridiculous. Oh, Rosvin pointed this out about DBZN token. If you want to think about it in a 24-hour theory, since there's only 8,000 coins that go out a day, technically you can see the sellers versus buyers, because the sellers will be the people that got the coins on the day. So actually, if there's more buyers than sellers, this sell volume, we want to see this start to go down and this go up. So right now it's at a good impact ratio. So I started to pay attention to this. So maybe throughout the week, we'll keep paying attention to the 24-hour scale to see if we see a flipping between buyers and sales volume. Right now it's 50-50. So the flipping really would be 70-30. Like if this buy volume is 70 and the other side is 30 for like 2 to 3 days, hold on to your caps. Especially if this buyer count go up. Look at only 38 sellers. There's so many things, guys. Like, when optimism DBZN? I don't know, man. DXN will be burned. DXN will be burned. People will buy these 10x current price. Oh, yeah. I mean, DXN's gonna be burned for X1, dude. So people will be burning it for X1, and that's and buying it for X1, and buying it for xeNFTs or DBZNFTs. Like, I'm trying to inquire some of these, because another thing is just some free game. If your tokens are in the rewards, you have to claim one giant bag. So if you've been burning and all of your tokens are here, now you have all of them here, which means when you go to claim, you're gonna wipe your stake for 3 days or for 2 days. Really, it's like 3. I think it takes like 3 days to get back in the local motion of things. So let's just say 3 days for mental health reasons. Do not expect to see it pop up until your 4th day. So then you're like, all right, I'm back on track. But yeah, so you unclaim here and you got like a 3 to 4 day period of no real ETH fees. If you were to do this one day, like let's say you don't need the ETH throughout the week, and you're okay with taking a hit on not getting that protocol share, you claim it and then restake it. Because then when you restake, you can unstake like 1 DXN, right? Or you can unstake like 5 DXN. Then now you could take your DXN, like let's say you need to pay a bill or some shit. You could take your DXN and sell it, and you won't have to unstake your whole bag. Or you need to go and pay you want to play DBZNFTs, right? If all of your fucking Zen is here, when you go to play it because you need some to power yourself up, then you're gonna be looking like, oh shit, now I'm gonna miss all these divs, right? So you want to try to get yourself ready for that too, so you can use this more like an ATM account. And like I said, like if you need 5 DXN for DBZNFTs, you could just unstake that and still have your staked amount and still get those protocol fee shares. And but that's some alpha for those that carry. How long will the ETH rewards last? Till the coins are all minted? Yeah. So this is on a scale. As you can see, it dipped below 9,000. So now it's at 8.9. But the daily payout of DXN goes down over the next 62 years, where 95% of the DXN so 95% out of 5.1 million will be released to the populace by 2027. So after that, people will still be able to mint DXN, and that's what they'll be fighting for. So this is where my theory comes in, that DXN in 4 years will be priced at a point where burning Zen and acquiring that tiny bit of DXN, well, you could actually sell that and you'll be able to make a profit. And because of the yin and yang theory, where it's like that's why everything, if you look, dude, they're saying it, everything is a reward, right? Reward your rewards. So there's keywords here. These rewards are because in the future, if everything works, this should be helping the ecosystem when it comes to burning, because you are burning for a purpose, not just burning to throw this shit away. So I do expect protocol fees to start bumping as this number goes down. More ETH will have to come in to match the amount of lost DXN, and those that are getting it today are like getting the amplified adoption, whether you're buying it or you're burning it. I think it's better to buy than burn, but you do your own due diligence. I think $24 a token, like, sheesh, that's a great price. 24, 22. But yeah, if you want to catch these lows, because it just bumps up again. Again, all the wicks, every wick, 14, 15, 16, is it 15, 15? Oh, 15, 15. So yeah, there's some wikis in here, Wikipedias, and we're right here on the support. So this could totally fail. And it could get pushed down to the $10, $15 range, because there are people with buy orders down here, and as well as the RSI, again, is looking like it could go sideways until Zen Doge. This Zen Doge here. So we could definitely just like chop sideways and then roll over, and then everybody be sad. Can you give a price prediction on ETH on Zen? Dude, sky high. What do you want? Zen is about accumulating. It is about abundance. If you're trying to find a price on Zen, you're playing the game wrong. Zen is cheap when it's low. So if you believe in Zen, then all Zen is cheap right now. It's that easy. You're overthinking it if you're saying, what's the price? The price is now. Someday the price gonna be up here, or someday the price might be down here. I would rather it be down here than be up here. So my prediction is, hopefully we get back and test these lows, unless we can't, because everybody's burning for Phoenix. And again, and let's see if Joe Blau fixed it. Let's see, man. No, hold on. Let me get my USB and crystal ball. Yeah, let me plug in my USB crystal ball real quick. Let's see here. Nah, dude, this shit is still pop, man. So I can't see it. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad, Joe. But it's all good. So let's see the Phoenix contract, though. Damn, I had it up. Let me see if I can get it real quick. So you can, I mean, if you're desperate, you need to burn right now, and it's not working. Oh, damn it, this isn't it. Oh, I guess I can go from here. You can go and get the contract, and they have all the functionalities on the contract. So right now, Phoenix only has 452 holders, and it burned a shit ton of Phoenix. It's crazy. So there's some burners. There's some people burning. So it looks like some people are getting through to burn, but not many. And who knows, this might have not come from here. It could have came from the contract. Again, users, if they're going to want to burn, they're going to use the contract. You can write the contract back here. And you could burn your Zen. Dun, dun, dun. If you just want to burn Zen, and you just itching for a portal, no gas on extra shit, right here, bruh. Burn it right here. Feed my rewards, please. Feed my rewards. As the reward pool fills, that's why it's going to make it bullish to stake longer, because it'll be like, Why am I chasing short stakes when I can chase long pool, like long stakes and get more rewards? Kind of like how I moved out of the LP. Like, why am I chasing small amount of Phoenix when I can just get into the mix and like get way more? Damn, Joe, this shit is fucking pop, dog. I'm sad. We're gonna bug Joe Blau about it. But yeah, Zen chart looks good. Looks like again, people are getting ready for Zen Doge, and if and when Phoenix gets fixed, people that needed to get into Phoenix because they believe in it, they'll need to get some cheaper Zen. And yeah, there's not much Zen out there, so it's gonna be hard to get it. That's the facts right now. Where are we at? Where's our inflation? Oh, it's up here now, right? They put the inflation up here. Damn, they didn't put the inflation up here. Where's the inflation now? Cost a mint. Oh, it's right over here. So yeah, 85 billion Zen. And again, this is kind of why I'm pointing this out and putting an emphasis that like, if we're working with large numbers and this isn't that much Zen left, if everybody needs a large number, we need more Zen. We should be having trillions come in, but we are not going to have trillions of Zen coming in until way into the future. And then if people are burning future Zen, then we're definitely not getting any Zen in the future, man. So there ain't much Zen left. That's why it's like, if you're really looking to get into a burn and you're not minting, you might be missing your window of opportunity. Maybe we'll get something like this again, these lows. The problem I feel though is that there is a lot of attention of understanding, and people are starting to get it, right? And the window's closing. As more and more people get it, they're gonna push it away from you. They're not gonna keep it close to you. What the fuck? Doesn't make no damn sense. Zen on ETH in September will be 4 zeros and an 8. Is that right? Hey, good a call right there. The market is gonna trash soon, son. Don't be a moon boy. I don't know. Here, look. I haven't looked at the traditional market in a long time, but something I learned is that Bitcoin has a new life, and the bankers aren't gonna be able to control the new life. So Bitcoin might be pivoting on everybody. Yeah, look at it. Bitcoin could be totally pivoting on everyone and start running the fuck away. What kind of world would it look like? Why would Bitcoin go down with the global economy when people are starting to lock Bitcoin in Bitcoin? Right? Like the exchanges are shutting the Bitcoins down from coming out, so you don't own them. Right? So all that would do is drive more pressure into the creation of Bitcoin and into the creation of real Bitcoin. So then that would make the demand of the price go even higher. Right? So that's why I'm still kind of bullish on Bitcoin. And I don't think we're in the bear market people believe. I think we're in a mental bear market where there's still a lot of people that don't understand, mixed in with a bunch of people that do. So the people who do understand, they're taking the opposition and they're controlling the narrative. And all you can do is not understand in the middle and stay confused until you put it together. Same on ETH. ETH is block space. We've been using this forever, guys. Think about it. You need ETH to play to play gas shit. That's why it sucks to do that. That's why we need Zen, so we can have an actual token to spend inside of the environment, right? I don't want to spend my ETH. I want to spend Zen, right? Like, I want to get Phoenix with Zen. I want to get DV Zen with Zen. I don't want to get it with ETH. I want to use ETH to unlock shit, to unlock my stakes, bro. That's what I need ETH for, block space, bro. Institutions are sitting on the sideline without clear regulation, especially in the US. Oh yeah, but at the end of the day, though, a lot of those institutions aren't gonna. I feel like aren't actually stopping themselves. They're acquiring these tokens in personal wallets. Like, personal people are doing this because it's still at a personal level. Yeah, they might not have a bunch of them over here and over there, but this is an exposing tool. Like this whole BRC20 thing. This is about to expose a bunch of players in the game who are sitting on bits, and they actually aren't. Right? And that's why it's bullish for Bitcoin, because it's going to make Bitcoin come to life again, and people are it's going to have that extra wind. And then you get an X1 in 2024 that is providing fast scalability so you can make transactions on Bitcoin with all of this user base that understands Phoenix and DVZN, so they bring DVZN to Bitcoin. Like, are you kidding me, bro? This shit's gonna be crazy. Can you imagine whales buying Bitcoin to get into DVZN Bitcoin? Like, bruh, you're looking at maybe you're probably in the future right now, and everyone else is thinking that the world is gonna shit on it because it's not valuable. You feel me? But what's the initiative, right? The happening 2024, 2025, the top of the bull 2025, 2026. So if it's 2023 and all of that's supposed to happen, why wouldn't why wouldn't we take over right now? That's all I'm saying. Joe Blaudon crashed out and hidden in Tahiti, slipping on a pineapple slushy with a few billion in offshore accounts. Changed his name to Leonard. Man, his name is Leonard. Where is this man? Joe Blau, man. We can't get to the stakes. Nah, I won't give him too hard of a time, though. Like I said, you can go to the contract over here. You can play with it. 3 minutes ago, somebody was playing with it. Remember in July 2020 when the bull market started, people were saying it was bearish. Yeah. Here, let's look at that. And that was before Bitcoin had a reason to be bought. That was still stake your Bitcoin and Luna bullshit. Right? That was people still believing that like you need to use centralized exchanges to amplify your gains. Coinbase chart 2021. Man, Bitcoin ran the fuck away in 2021, dude. That shit was out of here. It was like, goodbye. This was a funny moment in my life because my narrative was I was standing butt naked. When Bitcoin dumped right here, all the way down to 4,000, I was butt ass naked. I had all the information, all the knowledge, following all the YouTubes, and my bitch ass still just watched it. Knew it, called it. I was calling it the whole way there, like I was part of it, but I really wasn't because I didn't have a bag right here. And that's why, like now, I look at this idea that it isn't what you believe it to perceive. Like if we're going to 500K of Bitcoin, what are we doing sitting at 25, 27? You know, 27,000, but we're going to 500K. Like that don't make no sense. Of course, we're going north. See, I drew a line for us to go down. I have no clue what this fucking line is for. Man, I wish I had tagged it. This must be a special moment or something. Unless I'm doing, oh, okay, actually, I'm just doing predictions of downwards trending. Where we had, yeah, it's just a repeat. So I'm trying to see if it's going to repeat it. It's actually bouncing. So instead of it having the down, it's having it up. This is actually probably supposed to be right here. Yeah, because it's the transition. And then should have kept going down. But instead, you'll actually notice that this 270 on Bitcoin came down and it had the strongest bounce. And when was this? This was March. So this is when ordinals came live. So when ordinals became live, this happened right on the perfect trajectory. It's almost, but this is where I'm at with this shit too, man. And I'm probably gonna have to wrap this up because I'm just jabbling now. I'm just talking. But like, these type of events, I think that the people who help design the blockchain, they understand that they need to get the cheapest GUI or block space as possible. Now that information is out, like it's up to you, right? If you want to, it's up to you. If you don't want to believe this shit, if you just want to believe that these tokens are tickers on the board, then you can go ahead and believe that. But I believe that this narrative is changing right now. We're changing to block space. We're really starting to use that term block space. There is a corporation that's called block space, right? I think it was like Dan Lammer's idea, but like block space is a true thing and you own it when you own crypto. And when this dip happened off of this moving average, that's a great public notification that, yo, right, looking at the trade, hey, if you want some extra block space for the future, you might want to grab some right now because this could be the cheapest that you get it because it went off the moving average. Now look at us. We're up here. We're at, this was 20,000. Now we're at 27 and we just broke below the neck. So this would be a prayer territory that we come down. We would need to break past this and not bounce off of it. But if Bitcoin did happen to catch a bounce here, then it's going up. And again, that's why I'm like, yeah, they built the narrative in. Bitcoin is block space, and people are going to own it, and they're going to hold it, and they're going to wait and save it for a moment in time to deploy it. Just like Zen, dude. They're going to hold that shit, and then they're going to deploy it when time is ready. The time is now. Deploy. And burn it. Burn the Bitcoins. Burn the Bitcoins. But yeah, man, we bullish. We bullish over here. All right, y'all. I'd rather be late than on that 55 to 75% of all-time high. I'll be making money on the LP on the way down. Yeah, that's how I'm trying to be. Ordinals will create 100K Bitcoin since Dank is going crazy right now. Damn, man. What you saying over here, bro? You don't make hundreds off of X's on more than 10 projects in a bear market, rookies. Yeah, now is the time to make the gains, yo. Like, you want to be making gains right now. You want to be collecting your tokens now. Now, like, you don't want to be burning your tokens. And that's kind of like with me and like the post chain thing. It's like I realized because of how many tokens I had from my PLSX. So I sacrificed for the DEX. I didn't sacrifice for the chain. So with my little sack, I'm like, I could turn this into post chain. But the way y'all burning them tokens, I got to fucking hold these bitches now. Because I know it's block space. And it's a bear market. There's no reason for me to release my capital while everybody else runs around with their head cut off. So you got to also bring this responsibility to your portfolio, because only you are responsible for what you do, man. Right? So have that belief that this shit works. It might make it easier for you to be like, yeah, I'm making the right investment towards the right block space ownership. Own the block space you want to own. And move on that shit how you want to move. And that's what you do in a bear market. If you're doing that in any other time when it's hot, you're tripping. But hey, I'm up out of here, man. 14 likes. We know y'all ear hustling Hexicans at least hit the like button. Damn, only 14 likes. I'm not even looking at the feed, but whatever. There was like 60, 70 people in here. But hey, if you're getting the knowledge, I'm happy for you. Yeah, hit the like button on your way out. Make sure you like and subscribe, man. I'm more bullish on Power City than Pulse. High fees is where my thesis is. I gotta look into Power City, man. I was late to the block space, but I'm not missing any Zen. Thanks for being here, y'all. Yeah, we was late to the idea of block space. Now we in it to win it. Jeff says, should I burn DB Zen or for Phoenix? Amen. Your Zen is valuable. Protect it. That's what you should do. Make sure you protect your Zen. Peace.